This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. A good game here would get this road trip started confidently for the Cavaliers. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
And listen, this team has played well on the road. They got confidence. Anytime they go away from their own building, they know they can get the job done. And that's what they're expecting to do here now.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Jay Crowder out there with Kevin Love. And it's Calderon in at the 1 spot. Here's Capela, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Capela's got the opening basket of the game for Houston.
Well, Chris Paul signing the big contract this past offseason, and you knew he'd end up with one of the biggest deals out there, and his impact on a team goes far beyond just stats. And I love how calm and collected Calderon was on that little finish inside.
Harden sets the pick for Paul. He feeds it to Harden. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Here is Calderon. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly.
And you got to love the heart of Paul. Not the biggest guy, but he gives a ton of effort into shutting down his man.
He kicks to Harden. Harden missing again.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was time.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden sets the pick for Paul. Buries it down low.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Well, you like to see a little more physical nature on defense. You have to make him earn those points at the strike.
It's stolen by Capela. Here's Harden. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Harden was the runner-up for the MVP award in 2015, a dynamite player, and continues to excel in all aspects of the game.
Well, across the board last season, James Harden, Greg, saw his numbers jump through the roof, but he showed improvement both in his defensive engagement as well as his rebounding. Not something that a lot of us saw coming.
That's a good point. And with Harden, I think the rebounding is the really surprising number. Went from being an average rebounding guard to a great one the last few seasons. He's been showing more of a dedication to all aspects of the game.
The first one falls. And still, Chris, a lot of games left. Talk about the marathon of an 82-game season. Boy, it seems like a lot.
Man, you have to control your emotions. You have to control your energy. It is grueling. There's so many ups and downs of the seasons. There's so many momentum changes for you and for others that you have to keep a constant focus. And so 82 games, college, that's about 30 games. And so if you're a rookie, you're playing about 3 of those seasons. And even if you're a veteran, you're going to get tired right before All-Star break. So how do you manage your body? How do you recuperate? How do you keep focus on those tough, cold nights during the winter? That all takes part into becoming a great player.
Real balancing act for sure.
It is a balancing act. It's how do you figure out balancing your mind, balancing your focus, and then balancing your body, staying off your legs.
Now here's Paul after LeBron James's miss. Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
Just finding the open man. Few who have ever played this game have Paul's vision.
Smith with a screen on Ariza. LeBron kicks to Calderon. LeBron against Ariza. Over Ariza. And another miss by Cleveland. Houston leading by 4. Paul outside. Over Calderon. Paul's shot is off.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
Love the pass to James. Back to Love. Rockets with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Now here's Love. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Dishes it to Smith. Back to Calderon. Clock is at 3. Trying to get back on track and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
Reza dishes to Paul. Harden against Smith. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, James Harden has always acted as the initiating guard in any offense he's been in, but last year he just took it to a new level. Coach D'Antoni, Harden was running the offense. He ended up with double-digit assist numbers for the season.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Harden. And those assist numbers for Harden, a career high by a mile. Crazy to think a player who came in from Arizona State, was viewed as a spot shooter, is now a double-digit assist guy.
You know, people always debate whether or not Harden is a point guard or a shooting guard, but honestly, who cares? He just has game. His role in the offense is that of getting buckets or setting up teammates. I mean, to assign a label to him, for what? He has game.
You want to talk about a coach who's known for bringing offense to a team, then Mike D'Antoni is your guy. Widely regarded, Chris, as one of the best offensive coaches in the league and is the godfather, many say, of the 7 seconds or less style of play.
Yeah, you look up at how this team runs their sets and pushes the tempo. It reminds you a bit of how the old D'Antoni Suns played. Certainly whatever team D'Antoni coaches, they're going to have some entertaining and up-tempo play.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Capela, and Amarowade comes in for James Harden. And Cleveland also making a change. Korver's checked in.
Gordon does more than shoot the ball well. He has great passing instincts.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Calderon with it. Pass to Wade. Looking to end the run. A second chance effort. And finally they hit one.
Wade takes pride in overpowering the defense, especially when he's in close to the bucket.
Out to the right wing. And another 3 for Houston.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
Yeah, all about IQ, you're right. They made smart in-game adjustments. I mean, they seemed a step ahead all night.
We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Cavaliers 5th.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Calderon kicks to Green. With the floater, and it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Gordon. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency. And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor, and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
One shot.
And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a three off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
It's a bonus seeing Wade sink the three. I mean, working on becoming a bigger threat from out there.
Paul kicks to Nene. There's a good screen. And it's Gordon missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Whoa!
Goodness. Shumpert is a tremendous athlete. You see how effortless that was? Getting up and making a poster.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And on the season, you know, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
And that one misses.
And the Cavs trade for Isaiah Thomas reunites two former teammates. He and Kevin Love actually played a little AAU ball together, both of them growing up in the Pacific Northwest.
Now here's Paul. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Nene. Gordon's got 5 now.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Unhindered, going all the way. And the dunk by Bahamute.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Green. Wade left side. And Fry kicks to Shumpert. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Korver sets the screen for Shumpert. Korver kicks to Wade. Paul right side over Shumpert. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, clock running out. They stay poised and get the shot off just in time.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And, of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that